Today in this video, we're going to talk about how to buy a house with a USDA loan. Check it out. Hi, I'm Rhonda Burgess, and I'm a real estate broker and mortgage underwriter here in the Nashville, Tennessee area, and my firm is Southern Living Realty Partners. All right, let's get into it. I've had quite a few of y'all either call or leave comments about using a USDA loan. So we're going to go over how to buy a house with a USDA loan. I have been an underwriter for USDA since 2014. And I underwrite the guaranteed loan side, which is where 99% of the loans are. It's on the guaranteed side. Let's talk about two common misconceptions about a USDA loan. There are the guaranteed loans, which I told you that's 99% of the loans that are done. Those are done through a lender, through a bank, through a mortgage banker, your traditional loans. Because some lenders, just like with any other mortgage program, some will have an overlay where, it's just like with FHA. If you got to have at least a 580 score, a lot of lenders put on top of that, they won't do anything below maybe a 620 or a 640 score. So different lenders will have a different overlay. That's one thing you need to be aware of. I'm just going to tell you from this side of the table, being an underwriter, there's a lot of lenders who don't do hardly any USDA loans, or they only have done a handful over the years or currently doing it. You need to get with somebody who knows how to do a USDA loan and knows how to get it closed. When you're searching for a lender to do a USDA rural housing loan, ask them how many have they closed in the past year. Ask them how many they've closed in the last 6 months. I'm just telling you to avoid a whole lot of heartache, a whole lot of frustration. Because some people, I'm just gonna put it like this. It's some mortgage companies with some big names, some big name folk who can't underwrite a USDA loan, who can't fight their way out of a wet paper bag when it comes to doing a USDA loan. So that's the first thing I suggest you do, is check with the person, the bank, the mortgage brokerage, whoever you're trying to go through, and ask them, how many USDA rural housing loans have you done? That will tell you a lot. If they haven't done that many, I personally, this is just my personal opinion, I'm not telling you one way or another, but if it's like going to a doctor. It's like going to a specialist. If something wrong with your heart, you're not going to a podiatrist. You're not going to a foot doctor. Okay. So just because somebody says, oh, we originated $8 billion in loans last year, but 95% of them were conventional and only 1% was USDA, that's not the person I'm going to do my USDA loan. That's just me. It's my own personal thought on it. Okay. Another misconception about the USDA loan. Yes, there are two separate loans. There is the direct loan, where you are getting the loan directly from the USDA. You are getting it directly from the Department of Agriculture. It is not a guaranteed loan. You are going direct. Hear me when I say this. Direct loans are for very, very low income people. They're for low and very low income people. Okay? If you don't fall in that category, don't spend your time trying to run down a rural housing representative at USDA to try to get this loan, because it's not going to work. Because 9 times out of 10, most people are over the income limit to do a direct USDA loan. Don't believe, it's a lot of misinformation out here. There's a lot of misinformation on YouTube alone. I'm telling you, we don't do that many direct USDA rural housing loans because most people, praise the Lord, knock on wood, most people don't qualify. You make too much money, okay? So now we're going to talk about the money part. In a minute, I'm going to jump on the computer and show you how to walk through determining even if you're eligible for a USDA loan. Because that's what you need to start with before you start worrying folk about a USDA loan, okay? I'm gonna get on the computer and I'm gonna show you how on the USDA site it walks it through your income. Let's talk about income right quick. Income, as far as USDA rural housing is concerned, it is the total household income. Can I say it again? Total household income. Again, we're going off gross, okay? Let's say you have a family of 4. You have a husband, wife, and 2 kids. Okay. We're going to take the gross income of the husband. We're going to take the gross income of the wife. We're going to take the gross income of any other income that comes in that household. If your child is 16 years old and they are working a job, their income has to be counted. It has to be included. If someone is not working, you are getting disability, whether it is Social Security disability, VA disability, whatever, it has to be included in your income calculations. If, let's say you've moved your mother in or your mother-in-law in, and she just gets a check from Social Security every month. If she's a member of that household, she live with y'all, she's going to live with you in this house that you're purchasing in the rural area. We're going to get to area in a minute. But if she's going to be in the household, not on the loan, we don't care about who's on the loan right now. We're just talking about the income. If she's going to be living in the household, her income has to be included. Everybody's income in the household has to be included because USDA rural housing has income eligibility limits. And for a lot of people, you make too much money for rural development loan. Okay? Again, we're going to jump over there. I'm going to do it. I'm going to walk you through it. But just know that everybody's income, I don't care. Everybody's income has to be included. So do your calculations first. I'm going to link the site, the USDA site where you get started to calculate your income and everything. But that's the first thing you need to do. Listen, there's no sense in looking for a house in the rural areas and getting all excited when you find a house that qualifies because it's on the map, it's in the rural development area. If you make too much money, if your household income is above the limit. Okay, so that's my advice to people. Always start with your income, see if you qualify, then go look and see if there are properties for sale that you think are in a rural area. Then we're going to look up the address of that property to see if that property qualifies. But start with your income first. There's no sense in wasting your time if you're going to be over income. You know, I did a video, I think it was about 3 years ago now, and I'm talking about being an underwriter, and I'm looking at your paperwork, and this is the prime example I'm talking about. I'm just scrolling through here. They said that the husband, the guy, was the only one working. Okay. And so I'm going through here, I'm going through the file, and everything. And then I see pay stubs in here for the girlfriend or the wife. How's it pay stubs in here? She don't work. What's going on? Because they were over income with her on there. But the lender, who obviously was not accustomed to doing our USDA loans, included her income in there. So somebody's lying off the rip because these people don't qualify. You know, again, that goes back to make sure your lender is familiar with how to do a USDA loan. Okay, first of all, I started off with just Googling USDA rural housing income eligibility, and this is the link. I'm gonna have this link down below in the description. Okay, now once we get to this next screen, we are going to single family housing guaranteed. Remember, I told you we are doing guaranteed. The housing, single family housing direct, is for your very low income people. So most of us, 99% of us, will be over here on the guaranteed. Then next thing we're going to go is click on the income eligibility. You're going to pick your state. So I'm going to do it like I'm here in Tennessee. So I'm going to pick Tennessee. And then you pick the county where you're expecting to buy the house in. So I am in Rutherford County. So it's going to populate and it's going to tell me what metro area. I'm in the Nashville, Davidson County, Murfreesboro, Franklin, Hood area. Like I told you, this is very similar to the FHA loans as far as the HUD guidelines. So then you're going to put the number of people in your household. So I'm going to put 4. Then it asks you for the number of residents who are under 18 years old, disabled, or are full-time students. Okay. So I'm going to say 0 because this is just my household. You can do, accordingly for your household. Is the applicant or the co-applicant age 62 or older? No. We do give you a little break if they are 62 or older. And are there any disabled persons living in the household? So this is like, if you're getting SSI, you're getting VA disability, whatever, you would, answer that question accordingly. So for me, it would be no. So we're going to say next. Okay. Now you're going to need to scroll down a little bit. So what we're going to do is the applicant. Let's say it's the husband who's the base applicant, the primary applicant. Okay. Let's say he makes $4,000 a month. This is gross. This is not net. This is gross. Okay. And let's say the wife makes $2,500 a month. Nobody else. And this is your base employment. If you get overtime, you need to count that separately. This is your base employment. This is your 40 hours a week or 36 or however many you work. This is your base employment. If you get overtime, you need to denote that. Bonus, like maybe you're in sales, you get bonus or commissions income. You put that right here. My self-employed people, yes, you can do a USDA loan, but it's the same thing about the tax returns. You're going to have to provide the tax returns, and that's where they're going to get that self-employment income. If you get dividend or interest income or net rental income, you need to include that also. Again, this needs to match what's on your income tax, how you file. Okay. So that's all the income I have. And then you would put any other income, that you get right there. Click finish. What this is going to tell you is whether or not you meet or exceed the income limits. In that scenario, with the $6,500 a month in income, we would qualify for a USDA loan because we meet the income limits. Okay. And it just tells you. So we had $78,000 in income. Okay. For those two people, for the husband and the wife. We could go up to $96,950 for a family of 4 in my Nashville, Davidson County metropolitan area. So a family of 4 could have a total income of $96,950 a year and qualify. Right here, it also shows you why we do not qualify for direct, because the maximum income for a 4-person household to qualify for the direct program is $67,450. And it tells me we are over on our income by $10,550. So this right here will show you whether or not you meet the income requirements for USDA and you're doing the guaranteed, single family housing guaranteed. Once you have calculated this, then what I would do is go back over here to property eligibility. I would click on property eligibility, then put in the address of the property that you are looking at to just verify and make sure that it does fall in a rural housing area. Now, one more last thing on the USDA loans. Yes, it is a 100% loan. The seller, if you should be so fortunate to be in a market where the seller is not getting multiple offers and they going above list price and all that good stuff, and so where the seller is willing to pay, towards your closing costs or down payment, your closing costs rather, because it's 100% loan, the seller can pay up to 6% towards your closing costs for you. You can use assistance programs. Normally, if that assistance program is approved to be used on an FHA loan, you can use it on a USDA loan as well. So you can use assistance for the closing costs. It is a 100% loan. The USDA loan does not have mortgage insurance. We call it an annual fee, and it is much less expensive than your traditional mortgage insurance. But just know that there is an annual fee involved in your monthly payment every month, because that's how we recoup money to make future loans for other people in the future. So there's not mortgage insurance, but there is an annual fee. It is 100% financing, and you can get assistance to help pay your closing costs. Again, my name is Rhonda Burgess, and I am a mortgage underwriter here in the Nashville, Tennessee area. If you need help with trying to qualify for a loan, or you're looking to relocate to the Nashville area, we will be glad to help you. You can reach me at any time. My number is 615-554-0832. Thank you, and as always, have a blessed day.